sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
Let's go! Greer is cooking! Greer is cooking! Wait till y'all see what's for dinner. Chris Greer is cooking! Oh! Did y'all see? Hey, we just signed a corner who was better than Sauce Gardner last year. Who was better than Sauce Gardner last year? Oh, no. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. He was better than Derek Stingley Jr. last year. Number one in the NFL in coverage, baby. Number one. Greer cooking. Greer is cooking. That's how you start the week. That's how you start the week, baby. I was so worried about how we going to replace Fuller. Greer cooking. Greer is cooking. Hey, we got two lockdown corners. Ramsey on one side, Burns on another. We got two lockdown corners. Oh my God, man! Extend Greer now. Get a man a 10-year extension now. Oh, boy. Oh man. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna try to do my best job. I told y'all, hey, I can sell y'all anything if you want me to. I can sell you anything. Hey, but y'all gotta send donations if you want me to sell it to you. Hey, best corner in the NFL. Best corner in the NFL. He got snubbed for All Pro. Let's call it what it is. He got snubbed for All Pro. Greer is cooking. Now I'm waiting on the financials. Here. Okay. We just saw Derek Stingley get $30 million a year. So I'm waiting on the financials here. Maybe Greer got a good deal at 25 because his age, 25 million a year. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Listen, man. All right. Enough trolling. Let me be serious. PJ Mack told me to be serious. So I'm gonna be serious. All right. We did sign the highest rated cornerback last year. Okay. This is what I call a true lie and a false fact. It is true. And it is a fact that we just signed the highest rated corner in the NFL per PFF last year. That is a fact and it is true. But it's also a false lie. Okay. It's also a false lie. For those who don't know, because I see everybody, I don't even know who he is. Arty Burns is a guy who had a lot of upside coming into the NFL back in 2016. He's not a starting corner, okay? It's only really like 1 or 2 seasons, the last 2 years, where he was viewed as, 1 or 2 seasons, his rookie and sophomore year, he was viewed as a starter. Ever since then, he's been an official backup, okay? He didn't play in 2020. So let me give you the games that he started, all right? His rookie year, he started 9 games out of 16. His sophomore year, he started 16 out of 16. And from there, it was downhill. In 2018, he started 6 games out of 16. In 2019, 1 game out of 10, because he only played 10 games that year. Then he didn't play in 2020. Then he came back in 2021 and he started 6 games out of 11, didn't even finish that year. Then in 2022, he didn't start any games and only played in 3. In 2023, he started 1 game out of the 14 games he was in. And last year, he started 0 games out of the 4 games he was in with Seattle. Okay? That is Arty Burns, ladies and gentlemen. Now, where are we getting the highest rated cornerback from? It's because in last year, he actually played in 2 games, and he had a really high rating in those 2 games. And that gave him the number 1 rating in the NFL for all cornerbacks. Number 1 rated out of all 200 and something. Arty Burns, because of those 2 games. All right. And yeah, y'all know how I am. I couldn't miss out on an opportunity to troll Chris Greer and basically say we signed, the number 1 corner in the NFL. But in week 6 against San Francisco, he was solid. But in week 18 against the Rams, he had a heck of a game. And that was it. But he had injuries last year. I think it was a foot injury that I read up on. He had a foot injury last year. He went on IR, came back. They end up waiving him. I guess they brought him back because week 18 he played. So that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. But here's what I will say. When I take a look at his career, when he's on the field, technically he is solid as a backup. As a backup, he's solid when he's on the field. Not great, not jumping out the gym, but he's a solid football player when he's on the field, when he's healthy. Okay. His time in Chicago 4 years ago was his best season, if you don't count this year, the little 2 games. But Chicago was his best season. Once again, not as many starts, not a full season. And then he's done 3 years in Seattle. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like he was solid in Seattle. He was solid. But injuries and other things have plagued him his entire career. So Chris Greer just went and got a value pick, fresh off of injury. It's going to be one of the cheapest contracts you can find. And hey, man, come play some, reps over here in Miami. Get a chance to play some. But this isn't a starter, y'all. This isn't a starter. This guy hasn't been a solidified starter since 2017. And the years where he was supposed to, he ended up getting hurt. So, yeah, that's what we got, man. That's what we got. But yeah, if you go to PFF and look him up, it's just he's literally rated the number 1 corner in the NFL last year. And that's because in those 2 games that he played, and I like to say 1.5 because the San Francisco game in week 6, he only played 14 snaps. But that one game in week 18, he played 37 snaps and he was off the charts. He was phenomenal. But yeah, so that's what we got. Another guy come in as a camp body and with an opportunity to be a backup corner for us. Now, if this guy wins a starting role, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. He is a former first-round pick out of the University of Miami. This is one of those coming home things, This is one of those coming home things. So, you never know, man. Arty Burns, can you have a spurt in your career? If you're going off of the limited reps he had last year, that's a positive sign. But can he stay healthy? I don't know. We shall see. But hey, I don't see this as a starter move. This is a camp body and a backup. But we ain't got nobody at the opposite corner. So the job is to be won by whoever wants to win it. The job is there to be won by whoever wants to win it. So, hey, as a former Hurricane, hey, man, I'm all for it. But this isn't the move that addresses the position unless he shocks us. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Arty Burns is a Miami Dolphin. Okay. Chris Greer, I guess trying to fill the roster with as many value picks as he can. And I'm still waiting to see how much money we gave Liam Eichenberg officially. Shout out to C's007 said Greer is trying to make beef stew without the beef and without the stew. He just got the carrots and stuff like that. Oh, man. Now, I'm not mad at this move. It's a veteran, a guy who's been around the league. And also, like I said, you look at his career. When he's healthy, he can be a solid backup. Game changer, I can't say that, but he can be a solid backup. So, yeah, I see you, Robert. It's an entire party, baby. What up, Cap? Dear Lord, not Arty. Man, y'all know more about Arty than me. Y'all don't like it. I mean, again, now if you're bringing him in to be the starter, then I have some concerns unless he proves otherwise. But I look at this as a backup move, add some depth to the room, and see if he can come and hold down a spot with the Dolphins and play well. All right. So that's how I see it. And I agree, Frozen Fin fan. He has ability and he's a worker. These are positive. I agree. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Doubt he'll start, but depth, you bet. That's the hope. You know, I'm just still on the fact of look at this mess, man, with Cam Smith. What's up with him? What's up with him? What's going on with that? Oh boy, so here we are. Here we are, Dolphin fans. This is what we have. But there you have it, man. I'm gonna be bouncing in and out every time we get some breaking news. This is another camp body added to the rotation. And then I'm gonna be honest, I feel like he might have a really good opportunity to actually make the team and be one of our backup corners. And you know how the year goes. He might end up being a starter at some point due to injuries or whatever it may be. All he has to do is make it through the offseason and make it through camp and not get hurt. And he may have a shot at actually, you know, winning a job on this roster. Let me go look at the contract, you know, see if Greer committed any, you know, additional than what you would expect, which will give you even more of an indication of, you know, their intentions. And did you put any like guarantees into it? So we'll see. Once the details come out, we'll know more in that regards. But yeah, Chris Greer, man, Liam Eichenberg, Channing Tindall, Cam Smith. These guys, they're supposed to be our savior, I guess. Right, Sleazy? We shall see. But here's what I will say, man. This is what I told y'all. I told y'all this like a month and a half ago. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Remember I told y'all think that we really finna address the O-line like this 3 or 4 guy makeover that's really good? I told y'all that prepare for one good signing on the O-line, maybe 2 at most. Because just like Tua had his time to develop, Chris Greer got to give guys like Liam Eichenberg and all of them the proper time because they spent too much draft capital on Eichenberg. So they weren't just going to give up like that. They weren't going to just say, hey, man, you ain't been playing well the last few years. We're done. He's trying to prove he made a good decision because of all the capital he gave up for the draft pick. And you're right, Glenn. I did say Greer would go crazy, sell the future and go crazy. But I also said unless Stephen Ross said, I'm not giving you the checkbook to open anymore. You better make it work with what you have now. That was the only caveat. And in that situation, Chris Greer can't control that. Chris Greer can't control that. If he's not going to be allowed to open the checkbook and deal with the budget that you already have, and this is your last chance, he can't go nuclear, which I like because you're preserving the future of the team. But that reality makes this season potentially very grim. It does not rain optimism because this isn't going to be as good as the roster last year, nor the year before that, nor the year before that. Calais Campbell is signed already, I'm pretty sure. No, he's not. Calais Campbell is not signed. So because he can't go crazy, that tells me Greer is not on hot seat. No, that could mean he's on the hot seat. He's just given a last opportunity to see his project out. We don't know where Calais Campbell is going back to. The Dolphins are going to do all they can to try to re-sign him. It just doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. Somebody said Miami should have never extended Tua. It's even worse. Go look at the guarantee, the dead cap now. It's even worse. Arty Burns tore his ACL in the summer of 2020. Yeah, man. He's just riddled with injuries. Ross was like, "No, son." Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with, man. That's what we're dealing with in Miami right now. All right. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all punch that like button. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe to TD Fans Talk now, getting all the latest news dealing with the Miami Dolphins and somewhat around the league as well. A lot of y'all keep saying Calais Campbell going to the Chiefs. I mean, has there been a report saying that or anything? I'm not understanding why a lot of people keep saying that. Let me see if I'm missing something here. Steelers eyeing $7.1 million deal for Calais Campbell to both. That would be tough if he went there, man. They would be a lot better, and we got to play them. Cincinnati Bengals eyeing Calais Campbell as well. Should Chiefs go after Calais, all-pro defensive tackle? Chiefs predicted to sign. So the Chiefs are predicted, but there are actual reports of the Steelers with the price. Dolphins want him back. 5 teams are likely to intervene. Let me see those 5 teams. 5 teams likely to intervene. Ravens, Chargers, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Commanders. And they didn't even put the Steelers on there. I'm going to tell you now, to even have optimistic chance, they need to re-sign Campbell and Armstead. To even try to have hope, they got to re-sign both of them. If you don't re-sign Calais Campbell, you got a massive void on the defense. If you don't re-sign Armstead, Patrick Paul ain't ready. Like, what are we doing? And then people say, well, we got the draft. How many can you address? You put a second round pick in Patrick Paul, so that would be crazy to go get another one, which it makes me feel like if Armstead don't come back, you're going to roll with Patrick Paul, which already tell me, oh boy, here we go. And are you getting a defensive tackle in the first round? Maybe. We still ain't got a starting corner. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Dang, they trying to put Calais Campbell next to Cameron Hayward, 2 All-Pros in Pittsburgh. And Calais Campbell's still playing at an elite level. And then you have to ask yourself, okay, Calais Campbell made it clear last year, I just want to win. That's why the Dolphins, if they were no longer in it, they were going to release him and let him sign with the contending team, which a lot of rumors say he would have been headed to Baltimore. And maybe that would have been enough to get over the hump. Who knows? But Hassan Davis said Hayward is old and worn down. That's what they say about Calais Campbell. But you saw what he did last year. And when you talk about teams that have a chance to win, when you look at that list, you go to the Chiefs, hey, you might get your ring. Chargers would be huge for them. I mean, a lot of those teams that were on the list. Pittsburgh, we have to pay Calais $10 million. I don't think so. Yeah, you probably have to overpay him just to bring him in. Man. Now I'm seeing a report that the Kansas City Chiefs did offer him $7 million, which prompted the Steelers $7.1 million. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We might lose both of them, y'all. And if we do, that's a problem. That's a problem. I just hope you don't go to the Steelers because that's going to be yet another problem for us. Y'all think the Dolphins got $10 million to be giving him, by the way? Teron or Calais? You got to go Teron, which is crazy. And the bad thing about it make you want to go Calais because at least he was healthy. But y'all don't understand life without that left tackle trying to march Patrick Paul out there every week. I ain't saying it's going to be a disaster, but it ain't going to be Teron Armstead play. Oh my gosh, how do we get in these situations? And we broke. Oh my gosh, y'all. I hate that I predicted most of this. I hate that I predicted most of this. We broke and stubborn. I like that, Alex. You hit it right on the head. We are broken stubborn. All of this to try to make one guy look like they belong. AB said, didn't you predict Deshaun Watson being good? Yeah, I predicted him to be phenomenal. But I think situation also matters. That's like me predicting Sam Darnold would be a great player coming out of college. Situation matters. I could be wrong on that, and then next you know, in the right situation, he looks like one of the better quarterbacks. But you look at Tua, who's been given a good situation. A good situation, and look at where we are as a team. Miami, Miami, Miami. And I'll continue to tell y'all. This all started when they fired Flores and brought in Mike McDaniel. That was the start of the decline. The O-line penalties is atrocious. It ain't all Tua. No one said it's all Tua. No one's saying that it's all Tua. Okay. But at some point you got to work smart, not hard. You can look at all these issues, but which one, if you upgrade it or change, would give you the biggest bang for your buck? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. The organization is cursed for doing Flores wrong. I don't know about that. Because we've been cursed way before Flores. This ain't about just doing Flores wrong. We were cursed before Flores. Big time. Let me see here. Give me a second here. Hyper's allowed. 79. Okay, cool. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for y'all right now. I'll be back at it. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fans up no matter what. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Any updated information that comes across, I'll be live right here to give it to you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's see what he can do for us. We shall see. All right. Miami Dolphins get another player. Let's see if he makes a roster. We'll start building out the roster soon. But I'm out of here, man. Y'all take care and stay blessed. I'll see you soon.